Now, Donald Trump's new book is called Surviving at the Top. And to survive at the top, he needs a lot of help right now. Well, today he got some from New Jersey's Casino Control Commission. But he's going to need a lot more in the coming months. Trump borrowed a staggering amount of money so he could buy and build things like the Taj Mahal, the Plaza Hotel, the Eastern Shuttle, his yacht, his estate, his helicopter. And now the people who lent him that money want it back. And Trump, quite simply, doesn't have it. He may have to sell some of the famous jewels in his empire so he can make his next loan payment in November. We'll talk about what artful deals Trump might have to make simply to survive at the top. Our guests, Paul Dworin, the publisher of Gaming and Wagering Business, which monitors the casino industry. Jeffrey Colvin, senior editor of Fortune magazine. And Peter Grant, who covers the real estate market for Crane's New York Business. But first, Steve Dunlop is standing by live outside the Plaza Hotel. Steve?
Well, Jim, one is reminded of the old-time westerns in which the sheriff tells the bad guy to dance and then starts firing shots at his feet to make him do it. Donald Trump has been doing an awful lot of dancing lately, trying to avoid the financial bullets being fired his way. And today, another one missed.
Good.
There's an old saying in the banking industry, if you owe the bank $500, you're in trouble. If you owe the bank $5 billion, they're in trouble. Money! And that, many analysts feel, is the best way to describe the bailout of Donald Trump's debt-ridden empire. If he had been allowed to fail, guess who would have been holding the bag? We'll give you one hint. It's not Ivana.
I never doubt that my husband would come through. He always been a winner, and I had no doubt.
In fact, what Donald Trump has been a winner at is using money to make money. And generally, the money he's used has been somebody else's. In the real estate business, it's called leverage. One property serves as backing to float a bond or get a bank loan to purchase another property. The strategy is legal. It can get complicated, but it generally works as long as real estate prices keep going up or as long as the borrower doesn't bite off more than he can chew. Donald Trump failed on both counts.
All those in favor? Motion carries unanimously.
The New Jersey Casino Control Commission has now staved off what Trump's lawyers say could have been the collapse of his real estate empire. The bailout was hammered together in June. A consortium of banks agreed to provide the Donald a $65 million line of credit in exchange for a restructuring of his empire. But Trump Castle in Atlantic City was to serve as collateral for the package, and that required approval of the Casino Control Commission. Trump himself was on hand for that today, sitting poker-faced as the commission approved the bailout by a 5-0 vote. Afterwards, Trump spoke with reporters.
This is a big hurdle, and it's great, and I'm happy, and maybe you people can cover one of the millions of other people now.
What's your prediction?
And sort of leave Trump alone.
If Trump seemed somewhat less than his enthusiastic self, perhaps it's because of the figures the regulators looked at before okaying this bailout. According to the Casino Control Commission, Trump has total debts of $3.2 billion. But thanks to the declining real estate market, the sluggish economy, and the flat casino business, the liquidation value of his assets could be as low as $2.91 billion. In other words, if he were forced today to turn all his holdings into cash, Donald Trump would be $285 million in the hole, even if he sold everything right down to the Gucci loafers.
There is no requirement in any of the agreements that were approved today that assets have to be sold. However, there are strong incentives to sell assets, and those incentives are the strongest between now and next June of 1991. We would expect that the Trump organization will explore the potential sale of assets.
So although Trump has vowed not to sell any of his 3 casinos, he may be forced to part with at least one of them. He's said to be having trouble finding anyone who will buy his yacht or his helicopters. Times are rough on other billionaires, too. And there's even talk that Donald Trump may wind up selling the Plaza here or one of his other New York holdings. And in October, the Casino Control Commission will meet again, this time to evaluate whether Donald Trump's gaming halls should keep their licenses. In any event, so far, Donald Trump is dodging all of these financial bullets. And Jim, as Winston Churchill once said, nothing in life is as exhilarating as being shot at without result. That's it from here. Back to you.
All right, Steve, thank you very much. We will begin our discussion right after this.
I think he'd have to work pretty hard to get back to even the level of respect he used to have. Not so much money, but even just the level of respect he used to have. I think it'll take him a couple of years to get that back again.